Did you know that understanding inflation, deflation, and disinflation could save you money and help you make better financial decisions? Yeah, it's true. Let's dive into these concepts and see how they really affect your wallet. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to break down some pretty important economic terms: inflation, deflation, and disinflation. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, oh no, not more boring economics, hang tight. These concepts can seriously impact your daily life and financial decisions. Think about it, when prices go up for groceries or gas, that's inflation at work. And if prices drop? Well, that could signal deflation. We're going to explore what these terms mean, how they affect your finances, and why you should care. So, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's tackle these ideas together. Presentation of problem/challenge. Alright, let's talk about some of the challenges folks face when trying to understand inflation, deflation, and disinflation. First off, let's be real, these terms can sound fancy and confusing. Many people just hear them thrown around in the news or see them on social media without really grasping what they mean. This can lead to some serious misunderstandings about how the economy works and how it can affect your personal finances. For instance, if you hear that inflation is rising, you might panic and think your savings are losing value, but it's more nuanced than that. On the flip side, deflation can sound good, who doesn't want lower prices? But it can also signal economic trouble, leading to job losses or even a recession. The challenge is that these concepts aren't just academic, they have real-world implications for your income, savings, and spending habits. If you're not paying attention, you could make decisions that could hurt you financially down the line. So, how do we tackle this? Well, let's break down each term and uncover their meanings, causes, and effects. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a solid grasp of these concepts, and you'll feel a lot more confident navigating your finances in an ever-changing economy. Exploration/development. Let's kick things off with inflation. So, what exactly is inflation? In simple terms, it's the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services rises, meaning that, over time, your money buys less. Picture this, you could grab a candy bar for just $1 a few years ago. Now, it's $2. That's inflation. It can be caused by several factors, like increased production costs or rising demand for products. But, why does it matter? Well, if wages don't keep up with inflation, you end up with less purchasing power. Next up is deflation. Now, this one might sound appealing. After all, who wouldn't want lower prices? But hold on. Deflation is when prices decrease, and while it might seem like a good deal at first, it can lead to a vicious cycle. If prices are falling, people might hold off on making purchases, waiting for prices to drop even more. This can lead to businesses earning less revenue, which could result in layoffs and an economic slowdown. So, in essence, while lower prices might sound nice, deflation can lead to some serious economic problems. Now, let's talk about disinflation. This one's a little different. Disinflation refers to a slowdown in the rate of inflation, so, prices are still rising, but at a slower pace. Imagine a car that's speeding down the highway but suddenly eases off the gas pedal. That's disinflation. It can be a sign that an economy is stabilizing, which is usually a good thing. However, too much disinflation can also signal that the economy is weakening, so it's important to keep an eye on those trends. Throughout history, we've seen examples of all three. Take the Great Depression in the 1930s, which was marked by extreme deflation and economic hardship. Or, more recently, the inflation we saw in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. Prices soared on everything from food to housing. Understanding these examples helps us relate the concepts to our everyday lives. Climax/key moment. Now, let's talk about something happening right now that ties all of this together. You might have heard about the ongoing discussions about inflation rates in 2024. With the economy rebounding post-pandemic, there's been a lot of talk about rising prices. The Federal Reserve has been making moves to tackle inflation, trying to balance economic growth while keeping prices in check. For example, just a few months ago, we saw a spike in gas prices due to geopolitical tensions. This is a perfect illustration of inflation in action. It impacts not just our wallets when we fill up the tank but also affects businesses that rely on transportation costs. If gas prices rise, companies might pass those costs on to consumers, leading to inflation in goods and services. On the other hand, consider the tech industry, which has experienced some disinflation as supply chains stabilize post-pandemic. Prices for certain electronics are stabilizing after a period of steep increases. This shows the dynamic nature of the economy, where different sectors respond uniquely to these economic indicators. These real-world examples highlight how inflation, deflation, and disinflation are not just abstract concepts but forces that shape our financial landscape every day. It's crucial to stay informed and understand what's happening so you can make better decisions. Conclusion/summary. Alright, let's wrap this up. We've covered a lot today, from what inflation, deflation, and disinflation mean, to how they can impact your personal finances and the economy at large. Remember, inflation is when prices rise, deflation is when they fall, and disinflation is just a slowdown in the rate of inflation. Each has its own causes and consequences that can affect everything from your grocery bill to your job stability. Understanding these economic indicators is super important for improving your financial literacy. By keeping an eye on them, you can make more informed decisions about spending, saving, and investing your money. So, the next time you hear about inflation rates in the news, you'll know exactly what it means and how it might affect you. Call to action, CTA. So, what do you think? Are you feeling a little more enlightened about inflation, deflation, and disinflation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to check out my other videos for more insights on economics and finance. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and let's keep learning together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.